What's going on, everybody? Spencer back for another video. So I realized the other day I never uploaded a third or fourth or fifth or any other episodes besides 1 and 2 of my Becoming a Mass Monster series. So I screwed up on that because I realized it's been like a month since I've uploaded. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a little heads up in the past month of what's been going on with me. For starters, let's start with weight. I got up to 225-ish, maybe just below 225, 225 pounds right after Thanksgiving. And I didn't really eat that much on Thanksgiving, so it wasn't Thanksgiving weight. It's just I was just so big, like I was just getting bigger. It was getting to the point where like no clothes can fit me. Like I had to spend like $300 on new gym clothes, regular human people clothing, and like just like other clothes that just fit me, because nothing fits me. My socks didn't fit, my shirts didn't fit, my underwear didn't fit, my shoes, like nothing. Like literally, like I even had trouble with some shoes. So like I've gotten so much bigger. So I spent a lot of money on getting new clothes to like fit. This shirt I'm wearing right now is actually a large, and it doesn't look like a large on me. It looks like a medium, which is so weird that like I never thought I would be able to fit into like a large and it would be tight. Most of the clothes I bought are larges, and a lot of them are pretty tight. Some of the mediums I have still I can like squeeze into and like I look pretty good in them, but other ones it's like I'm stuck. Like my arms are like this, and my arms are stuck, can't get through, whatever. I got up to like 225, and that was Thanksgiving, so that was about what Thanksgiving was maybe 2.5, 3 weeks ago. Um, my weight has slowly started to go back down. I started to actually get physically better looking. I might throw up some pictures. I'll probably throw up some pictures of what I was looking like at these times, timestamps. Um, but yeah, so I was getting better looking and better looking. The weight was kind of going down. I was kind of averaging between 218 and 215, like that range. And then the other day, I was like, all right, let me start to clean up my diet, because I'm gonna start like ending my bulk in January 1st. So from January 1st, I'm gonna come off everything, take a break, and like ease back into things and start easing into a diet. 2 days ago, I was like, okay, let's take out all the junk food. I think the last thing I had like a whole pizza pie 2 days ago. So the day before, or the day after that, didn't really eat anything crazy, ate pretty normally. Yesterday, again, ate pretty normally. And then I just ate like normal food that, just a lot. Like I had high calories, but not like gross food. I didn't have fast food McDonald's or anything, which I've been having like every day. And in the past 2 days, I've dropped like 4.5 pounds. I woke up this morning at 213.7 pounds. So it was like about 4.5 pounds I've lost in 2 days. So it's honestly a little crazy how cleaning up my diet like shot my weight down. It's obviously a lot of water. It's probably all water because I'm just not getting all that sodium and carbohydrates in my body. My carbs are a lot lower. The sodium's a lot lower now. So obviously it's water weight, but just the fact that like that's how much water weight I had in 2 days. Like it's just crazy how much it's gonna keep going. So my weight is slowly going down, and I'm slowly starting to get better and better looking. Even if you look at me at 216 when I first reached it versus 216 when I was it the other day, the two differences, it's crazy. Like it looked substantially different. It looks like the new 216 looked a lot better than the old 216. So my composition is getting a lot better looking. So next, let's talk about my weights in the gym. Jesus Christ, my weights are insane now. Let me preface this. I started this year, like January 2020 was the last time I was doing like some of these lifts. Bench press was 225 for barely 2. Like that second rep was a struggle. And that was at 160 something pounds. My squat was 335 for 1. And my deadlift, I haven't done a heavy deadlift since 2019. So like early 2019, like January 2019. And that was 385, and that was conventional, and that was the most I ever did. I think I did like 225 for deadlifts, for like 15 reps earlier this year. So that's kind of where my weights were, and now it's my bench. I've done 315 twice now. I've done it the first time I got it, and it was the struggle rep. The second time I got it, I paused it and then shot it up, and I went for another one, touch and go, and I got locked out at the top and I couldn't get it. But that was also like my fourth or fifth set of benching, so like I could probably get 315 for two if I like really just like worked into it and took enough rest, because I was just kind of going into it. But also yesterday, my bench press, I did 225 for 20 reps. Insane. Absolutely insane to me. It's completely mind blowing how much my bench press strength has gone up. 225 for 2 in January to 225 for 20 in December. That is insane. That is 18 rep difference in what, 11 months technically? So that is absolutely insane. Next, we'll talk about squat. I squatted only once. I can't really squat much. My body's just not meant for it. I have a bad back from sitting down playing video games all the time. I have really tight hips. So squatting is not the best thing for me. It's not easy for me to do, so I leg press a lot. But I did try squatting, and my squat, I did 335, I did 365. I think I did like 365 for one. I sadly did not record it, but I recorded a 405 squat that I failed because I just was too afraid. I was too hyped up, too much energy, I was sweating too much, and I went down. I didn't feel comfortable like throwing the weight behind me or trying to hurt myself, so I went halfway down, then just went up, and I kind of called it. It wasn't like a real squat. But my leg press, on the other hand, the leg press, I've put on, I think I was doing maybe 9 plates. 9 plates was a tough one. I think it was more like 8 plates in the beginning of the year, or when the gyms reopened, it was like 8 plates. And now I could do 15 plates for reps. And this isn't like far, like feet out here. It's like feet together, close together, pushing back and forth. I could do a good few reps of like 15 plates on each side. And my machine at my gym maxes at 30 plates altogether. So, and the last thing would be the deadlift. Deadlift, I was like, I don't really like deadlifting that much, but I went back into deadlifting because I got one of my friends to start working out again. So we went into the gym, threw on some plates on the deadlift platform, and I did 315 for a few reps, and I was like, that was too easy. So I'm like, let me try 405. I've never done it. I tried it one time. I'll put that video up right now. I tried this one time, and I could not even get it an inch off the ground. So when I did 405 the other day, well, this is actually a few weeks ago, but when I did 405, just ripped it off the ground. I was like, I could do more. I put 3, what was it? I put I think a 10 on each side or something like that. No, I put a 25. Put a 25 on each side, and then I was like, all right, let me record this. I go, lifted it, turned to my camera didn't record it. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that again because I know I can do it, so it's not cool. So let me put another 10 pounds on. So I think it was like 475 or something like that. It's like 475 I did. Either 465 or 475. I'm not doing the math right now. But I threw it on. I go, and I'm like, my friend's like, you're not going to get it. Like, dude, you struggled with the last one. You're not going to get it. I go, lift that up, and I struggled to get it. Ugly form, but I nailed it. Threw it down. I was so hyped. I have tried to do 495 and I failed it, which is 5 plates on each side. I failed it. I couldn't get it all the way up. I'll show that right now. I was like almost locked out, but I couldn't get it. So that did suck, but I probably could get closer if I tried deadlifting more because my bench has just gone up so much because I bench so much. I deadlift maybe once every week or two. Honestly, a few more lifts that have been going up crazy. I don't want to go over all of them because most of my lifts I'll say I put on either 50 to 100 plus pounds on every lift. But the cable row machine at my gym, I have to throw extra weights on it, like extra plates, because I can pull it for reps very easily. Not a big deal. I can do Romanian deadlifts, like with the dumbbells, with 120s for reps pretty good too, pretty easily. And then I did shrugs for dumbbell shrugs, 150s. I've never even touched the 150s. And my friend's like, let's try 150s. I did them for 3 sets. Insane. Like, absolutely insane. Which will bring me to the next part I want to talk about. The changes in my body. So not just the weight, but the actual changes I've noticed. 1, we were just talking about shrugs, which are traps. Just look at this picture comparison. Look at my freaking traps now. they are engulfing my ears. This was like the other day. I think this was less than 5 days ago. I took this picture on the right hand side. Like, literally, my traps are up to my ear. And I only thought of that because someone said to me at the gym, they're like, dude, your traps are up to your ears now. And I didn't really like, I was like, oh, he's just like gassing me up or whatever. But then I did that pose and I looked and I was like, my traps are up to my ears basically. And then I have other poses where I'm like, yeah, like I look crazy good. There's one photo comparison, I'll throw it up. I'm pretty embarrassed by this. I wasn't feeling my lats that day, that morning. I couldn't get the spread good enough. So clearly the lat spread looked a lot better in my older photo because my waist was tinier and it just looks like I had a cobra back. Instead of having more of a boxy back, my back just looks a little boxy. So I'm hoping that I can get that looking a little bit better. I mean, like, I took these yesterday with my back, and my back was looking really good yesterday, so it was just that mobility in the shoulder. I must have slept on it funny. I just couldn't get my shoulders back enough to do it properly. So, like, the last big thing, I mean, my legs have gotten bigger, my calves have gotten bigger. Like, there's, like, certain things I can't put on. Like, I can't wear any pairs of jeans. I tried putting one pair of jeans on, I've squeezed it on, and my legs were just, like, so tight. It hurt so much. Like, I look like an idiot trying to wear jeans. I just can't wear jeans anymore. My legs are just too big. But one thing I've been noticing, I've been asking people about this a lot. My arms have been getting like crazy stretch marks all over it. I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see if we can get you guys to actually see that. Like crazy stretch marks all over my bicep and my tricep. And I was worried at first because I thought I only noticed it on my left arm, like, and I noticed it down here and up here at first, and that's where, and this arm is the one I have the bicep tendonitis in. So I have to be very careful. If you notice when I bench press or do like any pressing movements, I always have a sleeves on because it's the only way I can do any pressing movement without feeling pain in my bicep. Like, so I was really worried that my bicep was gonna like tear or something. I thought it was tears, but then they were just telling me that it's like you're just getting bigger, stretch marks from getting bigger, and I'm like, the only time I ever gotten stretch marks on my body is my rear delts, and I don't know if you guys can see. I don't even know if I still have them really. I have them like right here and like right around here, like right on the back of my delts. Even in high school when I was lifting, I was getting those stretch marks, and like I would wear tank tops to school, and people would be like, "It looks weird because I could see the marks on your back," and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's just from I work out, so that's what happens. Supplementation, because I said in my one video about what supplements I was taking, and that changed very quickly. So what changed? One, I increased my RAD 140 from I think I was doing 10 milligrams. I now do 15 milligrams. No, I do 20 milligrams actually. Yes, I was doing 10 and now I do 20. So I doubled the dose, and ever since I doubled the dose, like when I started taking the rad, I was like, I'd walk in the gym, feel pretty confident. Now when I take the rad, I walk into the gym and I'm like, the first time I doubled the dose that week, I hit 315 the first time. Now I walk into the gym, I'm like, just go, bench press like crazy, like lift everything. Like I feel like jacked, like everything's crazy. I feel awesome. Like weights are nothing to me. Like I make that joke, like the weights are nothing to me, because like on this rad, it just makes you like, you just see a weight and you just lift it, like it's nothing. Like again, I failed 315 once, and well, technically twice, because on the second rep, that one time I didn't get all the way up, and then I just was afraid to go all the way down on 405, but I was only taking 10 milligrams when I did that 405, and then what was the other time I failed a lift? Oh, the 500, almost 500 pound deadlift on Thanksgiving. That one I failed, but I'm just not a good deadlifter either. I'm more of like a good presser, just leg pressing and all that. I'm not good with like that kind of stuff. But yeah, like I don't know, like I very rarely fail lifts. I could just put heavy weight on and just go. Next, I want to talk about the MK677. I increased that from 10 milligrams to 15 milligrams, and I got my sleep even better than it was before. The lethargy went away very quickly. The hunger came back again, which was good, but again, my weight just beat out the level of the MK677, where I would have to either increase the dose of it, which I didn't want to, or lower the, like, stop trying to push my weight so high. So that's what I did. I stopped pushing my weight so high, and so now I came down, but I'm still on the 15 milligrams. And then the last thing is I was doing apple cider vinegar. I did it for 2 days, got super nauseous. I just can't do it. I can't handle it. So I stopped doing that. I still do the berberine 3 times a day with right before my biggest carb meals. The chromium and cinnamon I do sometimes, just because I put a lot of cinnamon in my stuff, and my new berberine I have has cinnamon in it, so I'm just really not getting the chromium, but I am not cutting, but I'm cleaning up my diet more, so it's not the biggest deal. The fish oils, the probiotics, still on all that stuff, and I don't know what else have I been taking. That's like about it. Yeah, and I'm gonna start cutting out the rad and the MK in January. Oh, not the MK. I'm gonna cut out the rad in January. I'm gonna keep the MK going for a little while and see, just to keep my IGF-1 levels going and everything. But that's gonna wrap up this video. I know it's a very long one. I'm looking at the recording and I can see that it's a very long one. I'm gonna have fun editing this, but I just needed to get this video out there because clearly I was not updating my BAMM video enough. But now you guys know. You guys seen my lips. You see what's going on. You know what's going on with me. You see how I'm kind of looking, and you're all caught up now. So I will keep trying to post more whatever comes up, but this series isn't going to last too much longer because once the prep starts, you know we're going back into that Road to Show series. So we'll have a few more episodes of this, and then we're going back into Road to Show. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys next time.
Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on.